Life got way lighter when I realized most of the pressure that I felt was actually coming from me, myself, and I. Do you guys feel like you're taking yourself and life too seriously? Well, let's get into it. Whew, sun went behind cloud. Max now cold. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Maxwell Miller, and here we all are once again. Thanks so much for being here with me, and to all you guys who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome to this movement, to this channel that I am starting. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that stuff. Let's get right into it. So you guys taking yourselves too seriously and feel like you're taking life too seriously? Well, I totally understand that because for a long time I did as well, and I still continue to catch myself taking myself too seriously as well. Like in social situations, whether it be while I'm at the gym or going to the grocery store or the gas station, or I see someone walking down the street that I know, or maybe I'm a little bit shy or timid in certain situations. And I'm not saying that taking yourself too seriously means you're bouncing off the walls excitement and being like Jim Carrey or something like that. You know, we don't have to be like that, but we need to be feeling that confidence within ourselves. And for so much of my life, I took myself very, very seriously because I felt like in order to achieve what I wanted to achieve and the big goals and dreams that I had to really take it seriously, and I had to take myself seriously. And I had to put my nose to the grindstone and grind and work. And you know, if you have fun and you're playing around, then you're not taking your dreams or your goals seriously enough. And I believe that and bought into that a lot. Like, I'm sure like a lot of you guys, especially if you're big dreamers, goal setters, you probably got into motivational videos when you were right out of high school, or maybe in high school, or maybe even younger, or maybe later on. But those guys are tricky because although they have great intentions of helping us to be our best selves and to achieve our goals and to have financial freedom and build great families and build a legacy, which are all positive things, the way that most of them, I'll say not all of them, but most of them go about it is that, oh, you got to work harder than everybody else. You got to wake up earlier than everybody else. You got to take things seriously. You got to take yourself seriously. You got to put everything else to the side and sacrifice yourself and sacrifice so much of your life so that you can get to the place that you want to be. And I just have come to strongly disagree with that. And guys, let me tell you, if you've been in that mindset for a while, it's going to take some grace and some patience with yourself to let it go. Because I'm still letting it go, and it's been years that I have transitioned my thoughts and belief systems to knowing that life is more about going with the downstream flow than it is about paddling upstream to get there and working hard and grinding hard and trying to push someone else to the side so that you can get to where you need to go or want to go, and finding little cheat codes in life and all these things that people try to sell you online through their courses or through media or whatever it might be. I feel like they're just really trying to trick us all into buying things and buying into belief systems that actually profit them in some way. And that's just my opinion. And it doesn't mean that if you have a coaching program or some kind of program that you know, are offering, that's a negative thing. Like, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like that's a bit of a tandem and a tangent that I don't want to get into right now. Just a little side note. Look, when I lived in Manhattan, it was so much about being serious. I was a serious actor. I went to a serious acting conservatory that many other actors who were successful went to. And I had to focus on that. And I had to find a way to prove myself to agents and agencies and casting directors and producers and directors and so many different things and other fellow actors so I can get connections. There was just a lot of times where I took myself and I took my career and I took my life so seriously when I was there. And it only led to just like a deep, dark feeling inside of me that I'm not good enough. That I'm not good enough unless I just pour all my energy into something that doesn't feel like it's the path of least resistance, most allowance, which it never did. Every time that I have loosened up on myself, that I've let those belief systems go, the weight that first of all gets lifted off your shoulder and the way that you feel is just makes it all worth it, first of all. Second of all, everything starts coming to you naturally. Like, I'll give you an example. I started a singing business 2 years ago. No expectations of where it was going to take me. I just wanted to sing the Frank Sinatra Rat Pack music that I've always wanted to sing. And I have a good voice, and I wanted to use it. And so I did it, started it without expectations, and it took off right away. It was pretty easy, to be honest. And I was just doing what felt right, what felt good to do. It didn't feel like effort. It didn't feel like I was pushing myself. It just felt like a natural flow that I was in. And at some point, there was a woman who goes to my shows a lot. She was actually one of my catechism teachers growing up in Catholic school. And she just, she loves me. And so she was coming to support, and she supported a lot of my shows before. But she was extra moved by one of the performances that I gave one night. And she came up to me after the show, and she grabs me with her little hands and looks at me dead in the eye and says that she wants to offer $10,000 to $15,000 for me to record a professional album with no strings attached, without me asking for it, without me even praying for something like that or trying to manifest something like that. It just naturally came to me. No strings attached, just 10, 15 grand, whatever you need to record an album that's professional. So her intention was she wants people to buy CDs at my gigs. That's all she wanted. And that just came to me naturally. And that was when I was in a state of being, in a state of flow, where I was just going about my business, doing my gigs, enjoying what I was doing. I wasn't doing much else other than singing. That was how I was making money. That's how I was affording a living. And that's how I've been affording a living for the past 2 years. And I mentioned in a previous video that started to slow down a little bit, which is now starting to open up the possibility and the inspiration to start this YouTube channel. So it's amazing how that all works. Because I was working at a ranch when I first came back from New York City. I was working at a ranch, and I was a ranch hand for a couple of years. And I did that, and I felt like that served me because I was in nature. I was training horses. I was using my body to move around and move things and do laborious work like I grew up doing, which I really enjoy to an extent, And then that fell through and came to an end, and that's when I started the singing. And now that's not coming to an end, and it's still going to be there. That's something that I'm very passionate about. But there's a little bit of a pause right now, a brief little segue to allow what's happening right now, which is you're watching me on this YouTube channel. And so life just starts to flow when you stop taking life and yourself so seriously. Because my old belief system was seriousness leads to responsibility, which leads to success. And I've just found that is not an actual equation that works. We take ourselves so seriously because we are so afraid of what people are going to think of us, how they're going to judge us for being silly, for being a little weird, for being a little bit out there, for being a little bit loud sometimes, or just a little bit crazy. And, it comes from us being like in the spotlight, right? We feel like all of us, because we're all playing this character and we're all in this stage of life, we all feel like there's this giant spotlight on all of us that everybody is watching our every single move and listening to our every single word and judging it and critiquing it. And I gotta tell you, it's not happening nearly as much as we think. I used to, because I'm very sensitive person, I'm aware of body language and little comments and inflections and voices, maybe a little bit more than most people are. They might not pick up that someone's actually kind of being a little bit rude or a little bit something, that feels wrong. So while I'm in that spotlight and when I'm noticing that, I make it all about myself. It's so easy to do that. What am I doing wrong? As kids, we grew up, what am I doing wrong? Teachers telling us what we're doing wrong. Our parents telling us what we're doing wrong. Whoever telling us that we're doing something wrong when we do something that we're actually maybe enjoying, or we're being silly and fun and goofy and just having a good time. No, you shouldn't do that. Stop being so like that. Stop. You gotta just let it all go. Stop letting the spotlight effect dictate how you are behaving in the world, because people actually don't give a damn, honestly. They will forget about whatever the hell they were up in arms about that you just did or you just said in an hour, in a minute, in a day, in a week. It doesn't freaking matter. And we let ourselves, I have let myself shut myself down, put myself in this box that does not allow me to actually be my authentic self because I'm so afraid of what people are actually thinking of me. And that leads right back to taking myself way too seriously, taking life way too seriously, and also taking what other people's opinions of me are way too seriously. I mean, we cannot continue to let ourselves be dictated by the opinions of others. It's just way too serious. It weighs us down. It bogs us down. We have to allow ourselves. I mean, I was watching these kids playing this morning. They are just so free. They are throwing the ball up in the air. They're running around. They're screaming. They're laughing. They don't care. And when we're kids, that's how it is for us. You know, because parents and adults, you know, they look at us as kids. They're like, oh, they're just being kids. That's what they're supposed to do. Why does that change when we're adults? When we're adults, it's like, get a job, get a degree, make a family, make a successful business for yourself, whatever that might be. And you got to take it seriously. And you can't just be, you know, living your life all free willy, lilly-nilly, silly. You can't be doing that. That's what they tell us. That's what they tell us. And we buy into it. And it is such an old energy. It is such an old system that we have gone past. Like, we're in a new energy. We're in a new age. We're in a new world, a new earth right now. And we're being bogged down by our past belief systems and past judgments and past traumas that we've endured and we've encountered through our schooling, through our parents telling us what to do, whoever it might be. And we gotta let that go. It's time to let that go, all right? Because if we don't let that go, then we can't actually go into the new energy, into the new earth properly. Because we're already in it. It's already happening all around us. But if we're still carrying around that old self, those old belief systems that we gotta take ourselves and life so seriously, and we can't be silly, we can't be weird and crazy and goofy. And I'm not saying that we need to be totally inappropriate in life. I'm not saying that we need to do outrageous things just for the sake of being not serious. I'm not saying that at all. But the more that we can embrace that childlike mentality that we had when we were children, before people and adults and teachers and professors and all of those things started telling us, then we would naturally be ourselves. Just naturally. We're walking down the street. We don't have to be all frickin' bouncing off the walls and crazy. People would just be enjoying our presence because we're actually being ourselves and we got our shoulders back and we're actually feeling like who we're supposed to be. We don't need to manage other people's perceptions of us. Hear that. We don't need to manage and micromanage other people's perceptions of us. And it's so easy to. We get so caught up in it, and we don't need to do that. It is not our job. It is none of our damn business what other people are thinking of us. It's not. So we need to just let go. Commitment and being committed does not equal heaviness. You could be committed and be light on your feet. Have a light feather-like way about you. Be like air, man. Just let it flow. That pressure to present ourselves in a certain way comes from, oh, it's the right thing to do. Have you ever heard that from your parents, from teachers, from whoever? It's the right thing to do. You should do that because it's the right thing to do. And that means that we're giving our power away in many of those circumstances where people are saying, oh, well, you know, go do that. Go do something that is totally out of your way, something that is totally putting others before yourself. Because you know what? It's the right thing to do. And they use guilt and shame with a phrase like, it's the right thing to do, in order to get us to do what they want us to do, what they think is right to do. And then we give into that, and then we get all pissed off at ourselves like, God, I just wasted so much time, or it ended up being like you end up doing the right thing that people are telling you to do. And it totally gets, you know, pushed to the side. People don't even care. People didn't even want it. People didn't even need it. And then we get all frustrated with ourselves and pissed off, like, you know, because we just gave our energy away. We just totally misdirected our day, misdirected our energy in a way that was because other people were saying it was the right thing to do, and then we're just being like slaves. We're being like slaves to other people's perceptions and other people's opinions, and we gotta stop that. We have to stop that because it is a form of slavery. And I'm not trying to be super dramatic and, make it a serious thing, slavery, but it's like you're literally doing what other people are telling you to do based off what you want their opinion of you to be. Did you hear that? You're doing things for other people based off of what you want their opinion of you to be, because you think if you do that thing, that they're going to think better of you, that they're going to think more highly of you, that you're going to get further in life. And I'm not saying that we can't help people and that we can't help others. Obviously, that is why I'm talking to you right now, because my passion is to help all of you and to share these perspectives with you. And look, I always say, I say the we thing, like we need to stop all of this, because I'm with you guys. I'm not perfect and I'm not some guru or some teacher. I am just sharing my experiences and offering different perspectives so that hopefully you grab one little grain of sand of it and that takes you to a whole nother timeline. It's like the tick on the compass, You're a couple ticks off of north. And if that brings you a tick closer to north or puts you lined up with your North Star, with your higher self, with that inner being part of you, that is that God part of you expressed in human form, then I have done my job. And that is exactly why I am talking like this to you guys with this passion, because I've gone through it. I continue to go through it and catch myself doing it. And look, in the last video, I just caught myself just now. In the last video, I was saying we need to stop saying, oh, I've been doing this, because we're literally different people. Those past versions of ourselves, even a second ago, that past version of me is literally a whole different person. So it's reframed as I am having a memory of a version of myself that went through this certain thing. Because that immediately detaches it from our current self that we're experiencing right now, so that we don't keep reliving it and rehashing it over and over and over again. Because the more we think about it, the more we keep it as a belief system, because a belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking. We feel like we have this obligation to be who we've always been. And that's just resistance to change coming up, trying to keep us from being who we really are meant to be, who we are really meant to be. So stop feeling obligated to be who you've been. It's okay. You're not going to die. Stretch out a little bit. Try a different mask on. Try a different character on. Just try different things until you find what feels good. Until you find what feels like, yeah, man, I'm freaking expressing myself and being a whole new version of myself that I've never experienced before. Or maybe I've had fleeting experiences of, but I just didn't hold on to it and I didn't keep expressing myself in that way because someone made fun of me or someone thought I was doing something inappropriate. We gotta let those things go. We gotta let those judgments go by the wayside, because they're just judgments and projections by people who are upset that you are being yourself and they are not, and so they're projecting their insecurities upon you to keep you from doing what you really want to be doing. And that's not their actual intention, but they're doing that because they feel insecure within themselves and they're mad at themselves because they're not expressing themselves. The best thing we could do is just be a light. Be the lighthouse. As this light shines upon my face so warmly, it feels so good. Do it, guys. Come on now. Just go on and do it. Go on, be yourself now and get. Here's the last little key point and key observation that I will give to you guys, is that the ego wants us to stay in that same box, that same identity, that same personality, because of that fear of the judgment of others that you've experienced when you were a child. And we can really thank the ego for that. The ego is not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. There's a lot of negative talk about the ego. It keeps us grounded. It teaches us things. But when we say we need to let go of the ego, this is an opportunity to do so. Because when you let go of that ego who is just trying to help you out, just trying to keep you safe from that judgment of others, when we let go of that and stop letting the ego keep us from being who we really are out of fear of the growing pains of becoming our true authentic selves, then we start to blossom. Then we start to express ourselves. Then things start coming right to us, because when we're authentically expressing ourselves out to the universe, the universe reflects it right back to us. Because again, what you put out is what you get back. So we have to put out the true, authentic energy that feels the best to us, and things just naturally start coming to us out of law. It is just physics. It is not woo-woo. It is simply physics, that what you put out into the universe energetically, because we're all vibration, is exactly what you get back. And we just have to not insist that it looks a certain way to us, that we have to get a certain thing, a certain circumstance. It all has to line up in a certain little perfect way that we've imagined in our minds in order for it to be okay, in order for it to be right. Nope. We just continue being ourselves, see what happens, take it as it comes. And because we're being ourselves, we'll see it, we'll recognize it when it comes, and we'll know how to take the best action that is the most exciting, that will then guide us to the next synchronicity. That will then be another opportunity that we'll notice. And then we'll take the action that we feel most inspired on. And we'll take the right actions, because we'll already be in a higher vibration. We'll already be expressing ourselves completely, expressing our creativity completely. So, guys, I really hope this helps you. I hope that these offerings, these suggestions are a guiding light to you and spark something new within you that maybe has been, pushed down a little bit. And maybe this is just your little igniter that you needed to realize this and start practicing it in your own life. Because that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm sharing this. And that's why it feels so good to share it, because I'm actually expressing it, and I'm currently expressing myself now, expressing my authentic self, expressing my creative expression, so that I can attract the things in my life that I need in order for this to grow, and in order to help all of you even more. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you made it this far in the video, please hit that like button, and please also hit that subscribe button. It's gonna help me so much. And hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos when I release them, because I will be releasing them every Wednesday and Saturday, and maybe even more. Keep an eye out. Who knows where this is gonna take me? This is the beginning journey. You guys let me know. Comment down below what topics you want me to talk about. Comment below what kind of videos you want to see from me. Do you like it being out in nature? Do you want me to be vlogging more? Do you like these kinds of videos? I really enjoy just standing in front of the camera like this, but there's also other things we could do as well and have fun. So just comment below all your ups and downs, your challenges, your manifestations, things that have happened from you starting to apply the things that I have said, that I have suggested, that I have offered to you. And if it doesn't work, that's fine. Throw it away. It's all good. Don't guilt yourself. Don't shame yourself if it doesn't work or this isn't the right timing. You're not feeling inspired to do it. Don't worry about that. I'm not here to push you. I'm not here to push you. I am not here to push you or judge you. I am only here to help you and open up a new pathway for you to walk down, because I am doing it. I have done it, and I am experiencing the synchronicities from it, and I'll continue sharing those with you, but that's why I'm sharing it. I'm not saying anything that I'm not actually applying in my own life. Just know that. Everything that I say to you, I've either applied or am applying now to my life. So, thank you very much. I love you very much. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video.